Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am going to test out acrylic inks. I have been really enjoying watercolors lately and letting them flow over the paper and then drawing on top of them. So I'll show you a few of the examples. This fox and another fox, and I like the unpredictability of it, which is something I didn't like previously because I am quite the perfectionist, but letting go has proved to be really liberating. So I have been just testing some stuff out. Yeah, and these are all done with watercolor. And I was really excited about the process. So I then started to try things with ink, which were these, the Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated Watercolors, which I really love. I really love the effect. But they aren't they aren't light fast. So I thought there must be another solution for that. And there sort of is. There are acrylic inks. So to make this owl with very large eyes, I used this ink from Daler Rowney. And I then thought, you know, this might be something. This way my drawings and paintings can last a bit longer, can stand the test of time probably. So yeah, I'm going to test some acrylic inks today. I have a few of Daler Rowney. I have light green, olive green, emerald green, antelope brown, burnt umber, scarlet, velvet violet, sorry, Rowney blue, Payne's grey and white. And I bought these colors because, well, I think I like muted colors a lot because I paint botanicals. So this green, as you can see, you also have to shake them a bit before you use them because they separate a bit. But as you can see, this is a very, very light and bright green. So this I wouldn't be able to use very well, I think. So I bought a few colors to be able to mix, which I have done because apart from the Daler Rowney, I also bought Liquitex. This is a muted green, which I hope is a very nice color. A quinacridone magenta, which is a very good mixing color. So I basically bought like a warm red and a cool red. And I bought a yellow medium. And I also bought a red oxide, which is more like a orange. Although I do think it was more orange when I saw it online. And a muted pink because I was hoping that would already help me on my way. And I've already played with them a bit, but not enough, so I want to do that in this video. But I did mix up some of my own colors. As you can see, these have been standing around for a while now and have split. You can see it even better here. The colors have split. I think that's the white. There's quite a lot of white in here, so I have to shake it really well in order to be able to use it. But yeah, I really like these colors. So I think I'm going to swatch them for you. and then we'll see what we can do with them. This is the result, the color chart. They take very long to dry. This one isn't even dry yet, and I tried to dry them with a hairdryer, and as you can see, that didn't go well because I was impatient. I like the red oxide, the muted pink, the Payne's grey is always a beautiful color, the olive green, and the muted green is a bit of a disappointment, I'd say, because it is more like a blue than it is a green, I guess. But maybe I haven't diluted it enough yet. And I like my mixed colors. These two, the antelope and the burnt umber, they are almost the same. As you can probably see in the time lapse where I swatched these, I checked it again to see if they were really so much alike. I think this one is a slightly more yellow than that one, but I would say having one is enough. So I think I'm going to see how they behave on paper now. Let's give it a go in a sketchbook. I think I'm going to try this muted green first because I wasn't really happy with the swatch, but I think that when it is more diluted, that it's probably a prettier color. You could use a dip pen and use it to draw with these inks, which works lovely. You could use a fairly dry brush to paint, and then you can see that it is already a better color than the one that I swatched. So I guess I'm going to swatch them again, but more diluted, or more like less thickly applying them on the paper. As you can see, because they're acrylic, when they dry up, you can't reactivate them. So this is now sinking into the paper, and if I go over it, it only lightly picks it up. Only the wet parts can like really flow. This is a nice color though, much nicer than I thought it would be. And when it dries fairly opaque and even a bit glossy, I think, which is different from watercolors. Let's show you what I am most interested in, the wet in wet technique. So you can make a page or a part of a page wet and then drop something in it, which is a beautiful effect, I think. And you could mix the colors on a palette, but you could also mix them on paper itself and let them do their thing on paper. So for instance, you could use this green, which is very green, and then mix it with the red oxide, because the opposite color makes it less saturated. And then you get a very nice, like a greenish ochre color. So it's fun to play around with this, I think. This paper isn't great. As you can see, it's much different from the one that I used for the owl. This is a watercolor paper. This is a sketchbook that is designed for drawing, probably. It's a Royal Talens art creation. So I think I'm going to get some watercolor paper and see what I can do with these. Okay, this is my process so far. I am not sure yet if I know all there is to know about the acrylic inks, and I have to experiment a bit more with them. They dry up basically the same color as they are when you put them down, which is different from watercolors. So I kind of made a mistake there, I think, because this one is very dark, so I had to try to make it come more alive. I'm not sure if this is my best version. I think I like sort of, this one is like my middle, the one that I sort of like, and this is the one that I like best. It has the most air in it. And the difference between watercolors is that, I hope you can see this, if you put paint on it, it sort of doesn't completely catch onto the acrylic ink. So that could make some interesting, maybe you could see it here a bit, that could make some interesting textures. Yeah, so I do like them, but I have to experiment a bit more with them. So hopefully I will show you a bit more soon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.